Alright, so we're live. Cool. Setting it up. Okay. Bring it up on the computer. Welcome back everyone to my live. Just waiting for people to start getting on here and start asking away. Everyone should be at a summer vacation already. Mayra, hope I said your name right. Hello. Mayra. There we go. Kenneth, what's up? It's been a while. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on wherever you guys are. Some people watch from like the Philippines and stuff. Alright. Best of wishes, man. Happy holidays. Happy holidays, man. Hope you're doing well. Gav? Const. What's up, Gav? Yoon, hi, Merry Christmas. I have work today. Sucks. What does the Navy serve for Christmas dinner? Usually like steak or lobster. They have like a big Christmas dinner. Nothing too crazy, but it's still like, you know, you can bring your family and they'll appreciate the meal. But it won't be like over the top, like high restaurant quality. It's just like, if the Navy standard is like an average meal, in my opinion, it's like a 5. Like special holiday meals are like a 7 to me. It's like I would pay $20 for a meal, you know? You know, it's not like a fancy restaurant where it's like, you know, $40, $50 per meal, but it's like a little bit below that. Give you an idea. How come you didn't go IT in the Navy? I'm not interested in IT. I went to my recruiter and I was like, hey, I'm interested in business. I want to do like business side of things. My recruiter was like, great, here's LS. Great job, stability, never have to worry about shelter, food. Yeah, and to add along with that, I wouldn't really have to worry about money, right? Because, you know, I'm pretty okay and decent with handling my finances, and you know, it's great not having the feel of having to worry about finances. See, in the military, like the way I feel now, at least, after a while, you don't look at the military as a job. Let me actually take that into a separate segment and create its own content, Andy. So, let's see if that is 0339. Alright, so Andy asks, Yoon, will you do 20 years in the military? Great job, stability, never worry about shelter and food. So to add with that, you know, it's also finances, right? You know, one thing that I, over my course of 2.5 years and saving a lot of money, one thing that I was able to realize was that when you are in the military, right, it's a lifestyle, right? But you might not really understand completely what that means until you're actually in the system of when I say it's a lifestyle, right? It's like a way to live, right? You live every single day with a routine, right? Like you wake up, go to work, and do your work and get off hopefully early, and if not, you get off a little bit later, and that becomes your normal everyday routine, just like brushing your teeth, right? You don't think about it. Maybe some people do. They're like, oh, I don't want to brush my teeth, but you know, it becomes an everyday routine, and you think it's the normal. It's your way to, you know, just exist in the military. And when you are doing your work, you never really think about it, but you get paid along the way. Okay, and after a while, it stacks up. So the way that I feel about being in the military right now is I'm doing what I just is the normal. Right? I wake up, do my job, do the paperwork, and hopefully finish early, and then do my own thing later on in the day. And not really thinking about it. I don't really. So many people that live almost even in the military, paycheck to paycheck, that get paid first and the 15th, know exactly when they're getting paid, right? But for me, because I don't worry about finances, a couple days will go by and my friends will be like, oh, dude, we get paid tomorrow. And I'm like, is it already the 1st or is it already the 15th? Right? So it's weird in a sense once you understand how to save money, and when you are really thinking about doing 20 years, you're not really thinking about having to worry about money. Okay, having to worry about shelter and food, which is important, but it's not even about job stability. Okay, it's just about the lifestyle that you choose for the next 20 years, and does it align with your goals? Hope that kind of made sense. Maybe it didn't. 0630. If you get an ROTC scholarship, are you giving up your GI Bill? No, if you're given scholarship, that's separate. You can still use it. Like, for example, let's say I finished my military career after 2.5 more years. And, if for some reason I was able to find a full scholarship to like a college or university, I'll still have my GI Bill and I can still use it later on. So, after I use it, I'll still use my GI Bill for another degree or, multiple degrees. Because you can build off one or the other. I need more info on SWIC. I can't give you more info because I don't know anything about SWIC. I just know I took the PST, physical screening test, and I got yelled at by the Navy SEAL chief. I got yelled by the Navy SEAL chief one day. Well, I'll create that as a separate segment too. So, I got yelled by a Navy SEAL chief. When I initially got my contract as a logistics specialist, right, I went to my recruiter a couple weeks after and I said, hey, I want to try for a special warfare program, right? And he said, cool, you're going to have to take the physical screening test, right, PST, which is like a higher standard compared to the PFA that you take in boot camp, right? You have to swim in a certain amount of time. Then you have to, I forgot the exact order, but it was like pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, and then do the run. So there's 5 activities: swim, pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, and the run. So I went to a location, and that's exactly what we did. But after my swim, I was suffering on the swim, man. I'm not much of a swimmer, and that was like the first time I really swam. All right. All right, I'm back. All right, so continuing on with the story, Billy, if you're gay, it's okay. It's okay. Continuing on with the story. So after I took my swim, my swim time was terrible. I think I was like 3 minutes over the required minimum time. So not competitive at all, but like way below average. And then I was exhausted and I came out. After you take the swim, you go out to do the push-ups or, the sit-ups. No, I think it was the sit-ups. Yeah, I went out to do the sit-ups and I was like at this point a minute late because there's like a certain time in between from swimming to push-ups. that you are given to, you know, rest, or, you know, whether you want to dry off and change clothes or whatnot. You're given a certain time, and I was like over a minute, and I went outside, and it was during the winter time, and the SEAL chief, it was like yelling at me. He's like, "What the F? Why are you late? If you're late, it's everyone else's fault." And there was like 4 other guys with me. And then he's like, you've been here with me for a while. You should know he has been late, and you should have been accountable for him. So everybody dropped, and everybody did push-ups. And everybody, like, you know, me and 4 other guys were doing push-ups. And, you know, we were all doing push-ups, like, in a different way. Like, you know, and it was like pistons. And the SEAL chief was like, "Hey, everyone looks like a freaking piston." Like, but he didn't say freaking. He was like actually cursing and actually, you know, yelling and furious. And he's like, "All right, you take charge and say up and down so everybody can be in uniform." And then we did like 20 push-ups with that. And then afterwards, after the whole event, right, he was just like, "Kim, you know you got a big head." And he was like, you know, going at me a little bit. He's like, and I, you know, I was like, you know, whatever. He's like, "You know, if you ever do make it, you know, this is what they're gonna do to you. You know, they're gonna make fun of you and all that kind of stuff." And I guess that's like the culture that they have, you know, helping you get tough skins and stuff. But yeah, that's my experience with getting yelled at by a SEAL chief. Whew. I gotta reboot my computer. It's got like, I got a new laptop and a phone thanks to being in the military. I think I lost like a lot of people from being disconnected. Let's look at Navy Times. I know sometimes there's a lot of interesting things there. How will the new tax law affect the military? The Navy is overhauling transfer and re-up rules and needs your help to do it. Mid-scale chapel disciplined. Culture dysfunction. Ex-SEAL is governor. Awesome. U.S. Circuit Court strike. Growing Navy raise up or out caps to boost end strength. Maybe I need to reboot the live because it's getting pretty low. U.S. Air Force solidifies options for floating prison. Alright, so maybe I should do a live later on in the day. Doesn't seem like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock here, Eastern time, is getting a lot of people. So anyone, I'm probably going to close it out in about 5 more minutes. Anyone got you know, there's 3 people here. A question before I go. I'm going to close it out before 5 minutes. Start your own business. What business? Hopefully not network marketing, because that's a bad thing to do. Fitness amnesty to 2,000 who failed test. Do you listen to any inspirational and influential speakers? Yes. So, one person that I'm very into right now is let me get his books here. One person I'm into very much right now is, you know, Gary Vaynerchuk. Got all his books here. Gary V. I'm listening to him a lot now, but when I first started my business journey, I listened to a lot of Jim Rohn, Anthony Robbins, Dan Brown. Can't remember everyone now, but Zig Ziglar. And within like the little business community that I was in, you know, that was like a millionaire, and he gave me some great insights very early on. I read a book called, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And after that, I reached out to Do It Rhino Style by, what's his name? I forgot his name now. Dave McGrogan. Yeah, Dave McGrogan, a millionaire in Philadelphia, owns Irish pub called Kildare. Got to speak to him on the phone, and then he sent me a copy of his book. And you know, he shaped me very early on. But yeah, usually I like to, you know, really focus on Gary Vaynerchuk and Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar. Doing lives but zero talking with me. My girlfriend Estella. It's not my fault, you know, because you said that you're gonna go to the mall, and you're like, bye, and I was like, okay, I'll give you time to do what you want to do. Are you still going to do real estates? I might, you know, you never know what I want to do. But as of right now, I haven't thought about it recently, you know, because my current idea that I have in my mind right now is, if I do get out of the military and, you know, don't enlist back into the Air Force as a, you know, enlisted or officer or whatever, look up Andy Frisella podcast. Andy Frisella. Andy Frisella. Wrote it down. If I don't, you know, with the money that I'm saving right now, by the time I get out, I'll probably have about $50,000. Then Epic Stevo. Then I'll probably start a business, you know, dry cleaning. That's what I'm interested in right now. You know, my parents does dry cleaning, so, you know, they can run the business and I can run the marketing side of things. And I know, compared to everybody else, I'll be very good at marketing. So that's what I have in mind right now. And I'll do that for about 10-15 years and build it into a multi-million-dollar business. And I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to do that. You know, I don't really have a doubt in my mind. All right, guys. So if and no one else has any questions, I am going to close it out. I will do a live again later on in the day. So stay tuned for that. So thank you for coming out, hanging out with me today. I got a lot of good questions today, so hope you have a great rest of your Navy day.